Okay, here's a question. We have 20,790, and we want to find all the numbers from 2 to 12 that are divisible into it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at divisibility of 2. So for divisibility for 2, we just want to see if it ends in an even digit. So does it end in 2, 4, 6, or 8? And it does, so it's divisible by 2. And then for 3, we add all the digits together, and it gives us 18. And if it's divisible by, if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3 as well. So, and by the way, if you're not sure if 18 is divisible by 3, you just add the 1 and 8, gives you 9, so you know that 9 is divisible by 3, so that works. Okay, so that's divisible by 3. The same rule for 9 applies as well. If the sum of the digits are divisible by 9, then 9 goes into it. So 9 goes into 18. So 9 goes into the 20,790. Okay, it's divisible by 2 and it's divisible by 3. That means it's also divisible by 6. All right, and then if we look at the last two digits are 90, make 90. 4 does not go into 90, so 4 is not going to go into 20,790. It's not divisible by 4, so that means the divisibility rule for 12 is if it's divisible by 3 and 4, then it's divisible by 12. So since it's not divisible by 4, it's not going to be divisible by 12. It's also not going to be divisible by 8. If 4 doesn't go into it, then 8's not going to go into it. Okay, it ends in a 0, so it's divisible by 5. Sorry. So then we're going to look at 7. So the rule for 7, it's kind of weird. We take the last digit off and then double it. Now the last digit is 0, so we just ignore the 0. It's not going to change anything. So we take the 9 off and double it, and that makes 18. Then we do 207, take away 18, gives us 189. Now, you can see if 7 goes into 189, but if you're not sure, then you just repeat the process. So I'm going to take the 9, remove it, double it. Okay, so we take the 189, we take the 9 off, and we're left with 18, and double the 9 gives us 18, so 18 take away 18, and that gives us 0, and 7 goes into 0, so this number is divisible by 7. Okay, then we're going to take the last 3 digits and see if 8 goes into it. Now, if it's not divisible by 4, it's not going to be divisible by 8. The last 3 digits are 790, and then we would check to see if 8 goes into it, but it certainly doesn't. Okay, the last one is divisible by 11. You're going to add up every second digit, and that gives us 2 and 7 and 0. So 2 plus 7 plus 0 is 9. And then I'm going to add up what's left, which is 0 and 9, so every other digit. So this 0 and 9 make 9, and then we subtract we just subtract the 2. We get 9 take away 9 is 0, and 11 goes into 0, so that means that this number is divisible by 11. So that's all the different numbers that it's divisible by. Okay, so now for 290, so it's divisible by 2. It is divisible by 3. It's not divisible by 4. It's divisible by 5, by 6, by 7. Not divisible by 8. Divisible by 9. It ends in a 0, so it's divisible by 10. And it is divisible by 11, but not by 12. And then we press return, and we're right. And that's how you do divisibility. Have a good night.